Before it became the center of American power, before the monuments of marble and stone, before the dome of the Capitol rose above the skyline, there was only open land beside the Potomac River. In the year 1790, the United States was still young. The nation had won independence, but it was divided. Northern states and southern states disagreed on nearly everything, including where the capital should stand. A compromise was reached. President George Washington chose a location between North and South. This new capital would not belong to any single state. It would belong to the people. French engineer Pierre-Charles L'Enfant designed the city with wide avenues, grand circles, and open spaces meant for monuments. It was built not just as a place of government, but as a symbol of national unity. And so, Washington, District of Columbia, was born. But the capital's early years were not peaceful. In 1814, during the War of 1812, British forces marched into the city. They set fire to government buildings. The White House burned. The Capitol was damaged. Smoke filled the sky over the young republic. For a moment, it seemed the American experiment might fail. But the city was rebuilt, stronger, more determined. As decades passed, Washington became the stage for the greatest crisis in American history. The Civil War divided the nation. Troops marched through the Capitol streets, hospitals filled with wounded soldiers. And in April of 1865, just days after the war ended, tragedy struck. President Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. The city fell silent. His funeral procession moved slowly past grieving crowds. The dream of unity had come at a terrible cost. Today, the Lincoln Memorial stands across the reflecting pool, a reminder that freedom requires sacrifice. The 20th century brought new challenges: wars overseas, economic depression, global tension. Washington became not only the political capital of the United States, but one of the most powerful cities in the world. The decisions made inside the Capitol building shaped the future of nations. Yet the city was also shaped by voices outside its halls of power. In 1963, more than 250,000 people gathered peacefully on the National Mall. They came demanding equality and justice. From the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, Martin Luther King Jr. spoke words that would echo through history. "I have a dream." Those words were not just heard in Washington, they were heard across the world. But the Capitol has also known fear. On September 11, 2001, a hijacked plane struck the Pentagon. Smoke rose over the Capitol region. The attack shocked the nation. Yet once again, Washington stood firm. Resilience became its response. Today, Washington, D.C. is a city of contradictions. It is a place of power and protest, a place of tradition and change. Millions visit each year. They walk beneath the towering Washington Monument. They stand quietly before the Lincoln Memorial. They read the names engraved on the Vietnam Veterans Memorial. They watch democracy unfold inside the Capitol building. Washington is not just buildings. It is moments. It is conflict and compromise. It is courage and controversy. It is the sound of footsteps marching for justice. It is the quiet reflection of a nation remembering its past. For more than 2 centuries, Washington, D.C. has stood as the heart of American government. But it is also something more. It is a mirror of America's struggles, a mirror of its ideals, a mirror of its unfinished journey. History is not only preserved here, history is made here. And as long as the Capitol Dome rises above the city skyline, the story of Washington will continue.